guys doing? I hope you guys are doing well. So today is basically a very chilled video, and so yeah, what I'm basically going to talk about based on the title of this video, you're probably like, what is this girl going to talk about? Let's get a little personal here. But yeah, you're probably wondering like, what am I on about? What are we getting personal about? So basically, I'm gonna be focusing more on emotional hurt. Is that the right word to use? Like basically just emotional pain. I'll explain why like I decided to talk about this. But yeah, like basically we all know that, like, you know, as humans we get hurt emotionally, we get hurt physically, like whatever. Just out of curiosity, actually, like, which would you rather go through, physical or emotional? Like, I don't know, like for me personally, like I wouldn't even pick either of them, because number one, I don't like pain, any sort of pain. So emotional pain, no, I don't even want to deal with that. Not talk about physical pain, like I don't like pain whatsoever. Like the only pain that I actually can deal with is probably workout pain. Like I actually like the pain from working out, like, because I think that's kind of like positive pain, because it's like, oh yeah, I'm actually doing something right. But anyway, so I'm basically going to focus on emotional pain, getting hurt emotionally. I think it's something that we're all going to go through, or we've all already gone through some sort of emotional pain or distress or whatever. And to all the young ones out there, or even if you're around my age, I'm not going to tell you how old I am yet, but like, or you're older and you haven't experienced any sort of emotional pain, sorry to like say this to you, but you are going to go through some sort of pain. You are going to go through some sort of emotional pain. You're going to have to deal with it at some point in life. And I'm not saying that to be a spoiled sport or whatever, but it's just the reality of life. And I feel like for me, I feel like a lot of the things that I've gone through, like some of the pains that I've gone through, or, you know, being hurt by other people, I feel like it has actually made me like stronger. And not only stronger, but it's helped me to mature. It has helped me to kind of, you know, be more observant and be careful. So going through some pain actually helps you as a person, and it gives you more experience, because then you're able to like help someone else. If someone else is going through something that you've been through already, you kind of know what to say to that person and tell them how you got out of it, and let them know that, look, if I can get out of it, you're going to be able to get out of it. Just, yeah, you get what I'm talking about. So basically what inspired this video was that okay, today's Tuesday. I don't know if I'm gonna actually upload this today or tomorrow, so I'm either gonna, I don't know, I'll probably upload it tomorrow. But I was literally just meditating on Mark in chapter 40, right? And I was just reading about Jesus and stuff, and then like I was just like, hold up for a minute, right? This guy Judas, right? Like, didn't he see how great Jesus was, like one-on-one with Jesus? Like, do you know how cool that is? And I was just like, if Judas can like betray Jesus, like he had a relationship with Jesus, like he was close to Jesus, he had like proper like one-on-one relationship, like he was part of the squad, like, and he still betrayed Jesus. And I was just thinking to myself that, like, if Jesus can get betrayed, right? Because we need to think about Jesus like us, because when he was here on earth, it was basically like one of us, like me and you and all that. And I was just thinking, like, what was wrong with Judas? Like, why would he like betray Jesus? And so that's what basically inspired this video, because it just got me thinking about, you know, some of the things that has happened to me as well. And yeah, I don't even like talking about emotional stuff, but yeah, like obviously growing up, you go through certain things, you go through, you know, people betraying you, people letting you down, and you know, I've come to the realization that it is part of life. And basically, like, what I just want to, communicate to you guys is just, when you go through emotional stress or distress or whatever, like, basically how to deal with it is to just take it back to God. Like, it's good to talk to other people about it, but the number one thing that you need to do is to take it back to God. Because if you studied the life of Jesus, like, Jesus was like one of us, and we need to get to that, like, that part, that whatever in our life, we need to get to that point, that's the word, we need to get to that point in life where, we really, really do take Jesus as like an example. The life of Jesus was set out as an example for us, and we need to take it and take it on. But most times we don't. We honestly, like, if we think about it, we really don't. Someone hurts us, and the first thing we want to do is to, like, fight them back. And I was just, looking at, like, Jesus in this, guys. I was like, like, Jesus and Judas betrayed Jesus. Peter denied Jesus, which to me is actually like betrayal as well. And then Thomas doubted him. Like, it's basically the same now, getting betrayed, getting denied as well. Like, I'll give you like an example. No shades whatsoever, no shades. But like, it's like, like, you're in a relationship with someone, right? And I don't want to use myself as an example, but you're in a relationship with someone, and then, like, when they're not with you and someone is like, yo, I heard that's your girl, and then they're like, no, she's not, we're just friends. What? Like, that's denial, that's betrayal. Or you're going through something and your friend knows about it, or you did something wrong, and you want your friend is supposed to be loyal to you, and your friend goes out and they're like, oh, I heard you're Vicky's friend, and they're like, who there? That's not my friend. My God, that's horrible. Or like a pastor going through something, and then one of his members goes out and they're like, oh, I heard this about your pastor, I heard that about your pastor, ain't he your pastor? And then you're like, he's not my pastor. What? He's not my pastor. I don't go to that church. What are you talking about? Maybe someone that looks like me. I know what you're talking about, but he ain't my pastor. That's exactly what Jesus went through, like, getting denied, getting betrayed. And just sometimes we need to put ourselves in, like, Jesus's position. And I don't even need to, because I've gone through my own, so I know what it feels like. And in that case, you want to lash out at that person, and you want to, like, give out. But if you actually read Matthew 26, right, I'll just open it in my Bible. Matthew 26, you will see that, like, even Jesus, like, with it, like, it was so hurtful for him, and he basically, like, just took it back to God. Like, he knew, like, left to his human self, like, oh my God, this is just too much. So we took it back to God. And if we look at where is this, 39, it says that, going a little further, he fell with his face to the ground and prayed, my Father, if it is possible, may this cup be taken away from me, yet not as I will, but as your will be done. How many of us can actually say that when we're going through something? Like, this is the same, like, chapter where his crucifixion is getting closer, Jesus gets arrested and everything. This is the same chapter where Peter, like, disowns Jesus and denies him. The same chapter where Judas betrays him. And Jesus went to, like, God and just said, like, if it's possible, like, just take this thing away. But he, at the end of it, he actually says, like, let your will be done. Like, for me, that's just wow. And I feel that we need to be able to do that as well. Like, it's easier said than done, but I will tell you now that I've tried it. Like, I will not say something or advise you on something if I've not tried it and it's worked, and if blah 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 blah, I will not, like, give you advice based on like something that I've not tried out. Like, you know, like I've tried this, so I know it works. You know, when you get hurt, you want to lash out. You want to give up to the person. You want to punch them in the face. Okay, maybe not punch them in the face. Don't punch anybody in the face. Don't say like he said, punch people in the face. Don't do it. Please don't do it. But like, he says basically like, let your will be done. So when we get hurt, or if you're even hurt right now, like, I want you to just take a minute for a second. Like, if Jesus can go through it, like Jesus went through betrayal, like Jesus, the Son of God, like how much more us, like like who do we think we are that people are not going to betray us? Let me tell you now, right? If you're a nobody, right, the devil ain't going to throw nothing at you. If you do not have a great destiny, if you're not going anywhere in life, the devil won't like he won't disturb you. He won't let like bad things to happen to you. You know what I mean? Like, he's gonna just leave you be, because he knows this one is mine, so it's all good. Let her live her life whatever way she's living. I know she's coming to my kingdom or whatever. But if you are like someone that, you know, you have great destiny, like there's something unique about you, and I genuinely feel like there's something unique about everybody. Like, those are the people like the devil is going to go after. He's the one that's going to use someone, enter somebody, so this person can betray you, and you question like, why me? Like, but don't question why me. Don't, you know, don't get too depressed. Don't get to the point where, you know, you emphasize so much on the hurt that you lose focus of your purpose. That's something else that I like just picked up from reading that Matthew. I was like, even with everything, like Jesus did not lose focus of his purpose. He did not lose focus of, like, you know, why he was here and what he had to do. And, you know, like, as humans, it's so easy for us to, you know, like, we're going through something and we just get depressed about it, and we kind of like shut life out. It's like, I just want to stay in bed and do nothing. Or is that just me? Okay. But you know what I'm saying. But like I said, we need to take the life of Jesus as an example and look at his life and how did he deal with it. And, you know, when people hurt you, like, vengeance is the Lord. Like, I was reading Romans, right? I'm not taking my phone just to like text or whatever. Like, I actually have it open on my phone. I was reading Romans, you know, in verse 19 it talks about vengeance is the Lord's, but I want you guys to go and read all the way to 21, right? Like, in 19 it says, do not take revenge, my dear friends, but leave room for God's wrath, for it is written, it is mine to avenge, I will repay, says the Lord. On the contrary, this is what is expected from us. When people hurt you, it says, if your enemy is hungry, feed him. If he is thirsty, give him something to drink. In doing this, you will heap burning coals on his head. Do y'all get that, right? So, someone hurts you and, you know, they need help. Just help them. But you need to be careful with your motive as well, because please, God sees your motive. Don't be acting all good and in your heart you're like, I just want you to die. Like, God, be careful. God sees your motive, right? But it says like basically help. Like, if someone hurts you, right, and it's not going to be easy to just let it go or whatever, like, it's never easy. It's never easy when someone hurts you, especially if it's somebody that, you know, you don't expect them to hurt you, like a family member or a friend, someone you're in a relationship with. You know, you don't expect, that's not what you expect, you know. But it says help them anyway. Like, if they need your help in something, just help them. And it says it's like you're basically burning coal on their head, because if they did you wrong and, you know, they haven't apologized or they're not trying to make things right, but you're actually helping them when they need help, their conscience is going to eat them up, because they're going to feel really bad. You know what it's like for your conscience to eat you up? Oh, sweet Jesus. And then 21 says, do not be overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good. Like, look, there's no point in doing evil to people, because it's a principle right now that what you sow, you will reap. So if you like so good, if you like so evil, you're gonna reap it. So what one do you prefer? Like, what do you prefer? If you want, you sow evil, you reap evil. You know, like, some people think they're getting away with what they're doing. There is God. I'm just telling you. But like, what I'm really getting at is for us to like look at the life of Jesus and take his life as an example. The way he dealt with things, we should deal with things that way. Like, obviously we're all gonna get hurt, and I've been hurt. Oh Lord. I've been hurt. Like, people have hurt me, like both the ones that I expect and the ones that I don't expect. I've been hurt. But like, I'll tell you now that the most recent hurt that I went through or whatever, I literally took this on by, you know, giving it to God and going to God and telling God how it is. And the thing with getting hurt is you don't want to hold on to it for too long, because then it actually affects you in so many ways. It will affect like the way you think. It can affect like so many things. It can make you, if you're in college, it can make you start doing badly in college because you've lost focus just simply because of a hurt. And the thing is, I don't like talking about emotional stuff, right? Okay, so excuse me. But like, I feel that if you actually just decide to just tell God the way it is, tell him that, you know what, I'm really hurt, because if you hold on to it, like, you can get bitter. And I know what it's like to be bitter, but you know, if you continue to pray, it will go away. And I don't want you to think that, you know, I'm saying to you that, you know, like, right, I'm going to give it to Jesus and everything is just going to go away and all that. No, it's not like that. It's a step-by-step thing. And that saying where it says you should forgive and forget, like, I 120 gazillion% like agree with that. Like, seriously, forgiving someone is not just, you know, like, yeah, you let go of it, you forgive that person. It actually helps you. Like, it's like lifting like this big weight off your shoulder. It will help you. You will sleep better, my darling. Trust me, if you forgive. But with the forgetting part, like, I still have like question marks about that, because for me personally, I feel like you can't forget like straight away. Realistically, not even personally. My camera died. So anyway, right, I was talking about the whole, you know, the whole saying of forgiving and forgetting. Like, I completely like agree with forgiving, because I feel that it'll like help you as well. Not only like you're doing the right thing in the sight of God, but you're also doing the right thing to yourself as well. But the whole forgetting, I feel that you know, like, for me, in a way, like, I don't forget. Like, I don't forget. If you do something, I feel that it's actually kind of like a way for me to grow, and I can kind of like reflect back on it. Like, if, you know, I see signs of someone acting a certain way, it's like, oh, I see, like, this is the kind of person that they could possibly be, and then I can be more careful and be cautious about that person. Not that I don't love that person, but I know that they have that weak area, if you get me. And so, just to end this video, I want just a little comfort, right? So basically, like, you know, just looking at the life of the people that, you know, that hurt Jesus, you know, just look at it this way as well. When people hurt you, right, they're not just only hurting you, but they're actually hurting themselves. It's just like that saying, you know, where you're pointing one finger, but then you're pointing like 3 back to yourself. Like, so hurting someone is basically hurting yourself as well. So, you know, like, I'm talking about, you know, people hurting us, but we need to be careful not to hurt people. Like, going back again to taking the life of Jesus as an example, Jesus didn't hurt nobody, so we shouldn't hurt people. And sometimes we might hurt people unintentionally, but if you realize that you hurt someone, do apologize, do make it up to them, and don't just be apologetic just based on you don't want to look like a bad person. apologize because you know that you've hurt someone and you wouldn't want someone to treat you like that. Remember what I said. God sees your heart, so don't go acting all goody two shoes just because you know you want people to think, oh yeah, that you're a good person, but inside your heart you're a messed up evil person. But yeah, just like when I was just thinking about this, like I said, I was like, I came to the realization that people actually hurt themselves when they hurt like others. Like, you might not like see it, like, you know, when you're the victim or whatever. I don't even like that word victim, but when you're the one that's been hurt, like in that moment you don't see how like they're hurting themselves, but they are. In the long run you will see that they hurt themselves. Like, look at the life of Judas. He ended up hanging himself because he couldn't deal with the fact that like he did what he did. It's just going back to that Romans 19 again, where it says, you know, doing good, it's like heaping coals on people on their heads. That basically you know, continue to be the good Christian that you are, and trying to like live right, and you know, forgiving, and you know, still telling God that, you know, I forgive him, but like it still hurts and everything, but you're still good. When people need your help, you still help them, you still show love, you try to do your best. You being you, right, is actually going to, you know, get at the person who has done you evil. And they always say like the best revenge is, you know, just to be successful, just, you know, do you, look good. So I'm not I just said don't revenge, but you get what I'm trying to say. Like, so basically I really do hope that this video helped you guys, because I just felt that I wanted to just talk about something a little more personal by letting you guys know about, you know, talking about it's okay to like talk about like emotional like hurt. And I don't like talking about anything emotional, but I just thought like I should just share this with you guys and let you know like how I dealt with my hurt, I dealt with my pain, my emotional pain, and I feel that it will help you, because it helped me like so much. Like, just giving it to God and forgiving, and even when like I had bitterness in me towards like that person or to people or whatever, I told God, I let God know, like obviously I know God knew that I was bitter, but I let God know that, Lord, I'm bitter and I don't want to be bitter. And you know, I just let it go and I just told God everything. And slowly but surely, like, you know, when I forgave, and I honestly forgave from the bottom of my heart, like I just felt like at peace, and I have no problem like helping that person and or helping other people, you know, that have hurt me. And you know, people that have hurt me, like I still talk to them like till today. Some people hurt me, they don't even know that I know what they did. Some people hurt me and they, you know, they don't even know that they hurt me, like, you know what I mean? But like, I'll still be cool with you, and it's not because I'm perfect, but it's because I've tried other ways and it didn't work, and this is the best way. And I just want to advise you to just take your hurt to God, let him know, and ask for strength, ask for grace, let him know that, you know, you're struggling and you don't want to be hurt. You want to actually, you know, take the life of Jesus as an example, and you want to keep going, you want to show more love. Like, that's something that I didn't even pray until today. Like, I want to show people more love. I want to, you know, be more kind, be more compassionate towards people. Like, that's something that I'm still working on, and I'm praying for God to help me, because I'm such a introvert. Like, I'm very like, I live in like a bubble literally, and I just want to kind of like, you know, like, God help me to, you know, kind of like be more open and, you know, accept more people and love more people and love you guys more. So yeah guys, and that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope this helped somebody, blessed somebody. I hope it kind of, you know, it'll get you thinking and get you to reflect on, you know, like, okay, right, I want to start taking Jesus as an example. I pray you do, and I pray that God gives you the grace and the strength to get over your hurt if you were hurt. And if you're still holding on to it, I pray that God gives you the strength to just, let go of it, and for God to heal you and mend your heart. And don't ever let the hurt that one person caused you to misjudge someone else. Okay, guys? So God bless, and if you want to talk to me about anything whatsoever, my email is in the description box. Just email me and we can chat. Okay, guys? Bye, guys. Love you guys.